Hello, welcome everybody to the iRacing East Series, race number 12 here from the Daytona International Speedway under lights here, using the NASCAR Can-Am Pro Series cars here tonight. Apologize for a little bit of a late start to the broadcast there. YouTube was glitching out a little bit and I was trying to start the event, so my apologies there. Not quite sure what happened, but luckily I was able to get it fixed, and we made it just in time for the grid. So, yeah, take you through the LCTV starting grid here in just a moment. So, Ryan Worley on the pole here tonight in the number 26 machine with Jeffrey Price on this outside there. They will make up your front row. Row number 2 here tonight, you have the driver of the number 413 machine, Park Garsta, on his outside, Jesse Fox in the number 69 machine. Row number 3 tonight, you cruise in as Junior, started in 5th, and Jason Papp, in 6th. And then in row number 7, you have Will Ronomer and Jeff Spooner. Row 8 is made up of Timothy Papp and Bobby Hash. Row 6 is Eric Reinhardt, Taz Kessler. Then you get that's the qualifiers. However, you still have Diego Vasquez, Jim McConey, Ryan Broussard, Greg McConey, Ron Hollenfield, Dino Crossett, all not taking a qualifying time. They'll start from the back of the field, but are in the race nevertheless. So, yeah, in case you didn't notice, we got, you notice a Facebook page or whatever, you don't follow us or didn't see it. We pretty much revamped our logo and our whole overlay, theme and color scheme. So, we hope you like it. It's been quite a bit of time working on it. So, got everything set up just for this race, and a little excited to do the first broadcast with it. Looks pretty nice in my opinion, so we can get rolling there. And also, like to go through the sponsors here for the iRacing East Series. I actually picked up 2 new ones this week. So, iRacing East Series brought to you by Express Auto Salon, along with DCH Crane, and then also new to the iRacing East Series, Bottled Up, along with Taz Racing Customs. We're all official partners of the iRacing East Series. Appreciate them for all their support and helping this series run and make it as fun as meet and everything like that. So, and of course, I appreciate you guys being out here watching us on a lovely Friday night. So you get this thing going green. So, right, we'll lead the field to the green flag. Green flag is flying. We're away here for race number 12 of the iRacing Series from Daytona. We get up on the ladder pedal here once again. We've got a full lap for these guys to get up the full song. So you see him already kind of fading out with a single file to the 14 machine up by himself, pretty much in the outside lane. The big gap back to Jesse Fox as he cruising in his Junior. Park Garsta falling in line there behind the 26 machine of Ryan Worley. As we come down the back straightaway here for the opening lap. Remember last week we had a half a lap before we saw a caution flag. We saw multiple of them. And then of course it didn't get much better when it turned into nighttime. We couldn't see anything. I had to call the race about halfway through. And Ryan Worley was credited with the win along with the 38 machine of Chris Etcheper. So I think it's a little bit interesting. But 26 machine I guess was the official winner, but 38 also got the same amount of points. Not quite sure. My apologies once again, but it was definitely very chaotic. So hopefully we can correct things and showcase what these guys usually do week in, week out here in the iRacing Series, and that's run green flag laps and have fun doing it, putting a good show for the fans and us up here in the booth. And yeah, that's what we're looking forward to. That's what's kind of happening right now. Right now, these guys kind of go on a single file at 37, dipping the apron right there, right? But not wrecking, and that's the good part, of course. And that's what we usually see these guys. It's nice to see the back of them usually form here as that 26 machine looks pretty sharp right there. I like that blue and black paint scheme. I'm a fan of blue and black and red and black cars, so definitely like that one. Looks pretty sharp. And we got the STP throwback right there behind him. It also looks pretty cool. And the double foul back here in the back at Christian Jr. on the outside. Will Ronomer for 4th, but doesn't have any help, so it looks like he might lose that spot. However, he said, "Oh, we got a car on the wall." That's the 30 machine of Bobby Hash into the outside wall here, only lap 3. I'm not quite sure what exactly happened to him. We got pushed up there or what, but he's in the outside wall early here. And that's not going to go so well for him. As you see Chris Jr. now side drafting, extremely aggressive. 26 has connection issues. With the 8 machine now on that cobalt paint scheme, one of my favorites. Being up there on the outside, like it's a push for Jason Pop, and he'll cross their finish line in first. Actually, it's clear the 26 machine, except 26 having some back connection issues. He's going to fall back a little bit. Jason Pop now gets cleared. Does he drop low? The 8 machine try to pass him, or does he fall in line behind him? That's the question. Here comes through turns number 1 and 2 here. They're both staying in the top lane, so top lane currently. There's the 1 machine out of the bottom now. Perfectly timed move right there in the exit of the corner, too. Pitched the 8, went down to the bottom of the track, and it worked out perfectly. So now, down by straightaway, double file here. I haven't seen 3 wide yet, but once we get further on this race, E-lap race, further on the race, don't need to wreck this early on, obviously, but once you get later on in the race, you're probably going to see a lot of triple wide here. It's going to get pretty dicey being at Daytona having 3 wide. I would just got to make sure they hold the line well if they want to do that, for sure. Susan Ishino holds on this race lead, still clear of Jason Pop if he does decide to drop down, which he does indeed, so moves down in front of the 1 machine, who actually going to get a huge run right here, and that might cause them to check up a little bit, break the momentum. The 01 might actually get a pretty big push here, as long as he does get pushed by the 7 and 10 of Eric Reinhardt. Down the back, straightaway drag race between the 2. Here we go now into turn number 3 once again. The 01 now, like I said, has the advantage just slightly over the 8 machine there. He's coming through turns 3 and 4 off turn number 4. Alright, on board here with the driver of the 7 and 10, Eric Reinhardt. Pushing the 01 machine, trying to get into the race lead. Oh! Almost got wrecked, almost wrecked himself. Not quite sure why he turned down a racetrack like that. But very close. You see that door damage on the side of his car right there. Remember the 26 is blinking. Yeah, it looks like 26 is blinking. And maybe he lagged up into it. Now he's just on 3-wide move right there. Looks like they're all going to get back and file there. 76 machine different McConey making a 3-wide there through the middle. Pretty aggressive move, and it made it work though as he gets in front of the 4 and 13 machine in Park Darkstone. What a great job these guys to save it after that contact. I think 26. I know if you warp out and blink out, you usually go up the racetrack, and that causes a lot of issues. I think that's what happened right there. The 7 and 10 machine, he almost got hooked. Great job by him to save that, and great job by the 1 machine to kind of get out of the way and also hold his wheel straight here. Really, almost going to come through turns 1 and 2 here. Jeffrey McConey and Greg McConey up here in the pack. They're making a show for the fans up here. Trying to go 3 wide as the 12 machine, trying to find a way around these guys a little bit here. Trying to go 3 wide on the top side now. Greg McConey trying to go 3 wide, but unfortunately doesn't have any help to help him with that. So he's going to fall back the line here behind Eric Reinhardt. These guys are getting pretty aggressive going to lap 7 here, now going to lap 8. I haven't seen a wreck yet. The only one that was close. The center tends to the wall. There's the wreck. I just jinxed it. I just jinxed it. Yep, there goes the field. I am not sure what Eric Reinhardt was really doing right there. He just drove straight at the wall. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. But that took out the whole field pretty much. Well, just when I said there hasn't been a wreck yet, it's when it happens. Ah, man. Well, that would bring out the first caution flag of the night. Went 7 green flag laps before we saw it. So not a terrible run. But definitely obviously not what we want to see either. So I think we'll look and see exactly what happened to the 7 and 10 machine, because he's kind of swerved out the racetrack in the outside wall, and that's what caused the accident here. I'm going to see. Yeah, he just drove straight at the racetrack. I don't know why. It was very odd. Not sure if his steering wheel broke or something went wrong there. Some sort of mechanical failure. He just drove straight at the racetrack, hit the wall, and then, of course, the 12 had nowhere to go, got in the back of him, turned down the racetrack, and then the entire field is dead. You have the 27 machine barrel rolling. They don't cross it. Upside down. Rolling all over the place. Backs it in the outside wall. Got more cars flipping, it looks like. Crazy accident here from Daytona. Looks like jumping 3 wide. Just kind of drove up, up the racetrack, and that's what kind of caused it. Oh my gosh! You see the 76 machine there, also flipping. Jeffrey McConaughey. Oh, we got hit again. Almost launched up in the air. Wow. Crazy accident here at Daytona. As right on board now with the 76 machine. Jeffrey McConaughey as he's kind of in business and kind of got involved in this. Oh my gosh, it's hit again and launched it up in the air. On board of the 69 machine, Jesse Fox. This all took place right in front of him. And, got quite a bit of hook damage right there. I don't know where to go, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been, that's for sure. Looks like he actually did, in fact, use a fast repair, but we're taking this opportunity now to go into a quick commercial break, but we're back after these short messages.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back to the iRacing East Series here, race number 12 of the iRacing East Series. Remind you, 20 races is the total of this season, so not many left on the calendar, that's for sure, here in Season 1. So it's going to be interesting to see who can get it when it's all said and done. Green flag is flying here for Daytona. Back on the gas is the L1 machine of Taz Kessler, aside Chris Jr. there. Machine has the advantage now down the back straightaway. And pushed there by one machine and Jason Pop. Jason Pap. Jason Pap now to the outside, trying to get the race lead away, but he doesn't really have much help. The 8 machine gonna get a huge run here, and I believe he'll pull up to the back and let's try to take him pretty wide. Nice shot, side draft the 1 machine now, trying to hold on to the race lead. It looks like that 1 machine actually has the advantage. Can he get clear though is the question. And looks like he will, in fact, get clear now. It's the 8 machine now to try to challenge for that race lead up on that top side. Oh, we want to hit the apron. We got a car around us. The 1 machine got a big wreck. And there's no caution. Our officials will probably throw here shortly. That was... How is there no yellow for that? I'm going to look and see what exactly happened there. I can't believe there's no caution for that at all. I mean, trying to see the angle and exactly what happened here. So the 01 machine on the inside lane by himself. You see the 1 hit the apron, caused a bit of a check up. The 30 accidentally bubble hooks the 01 machine. He goes around, gets hit by the 7. The 7 goes up, hits the 14, knocks him into the wall. The 7 then spins down the racetrack. And, knocks the heck out of the inside wall. Hard hit for the 7 machine. What goes and going too fast. These guys all check up thinking they're gonna keep wrecking. They don't wreck. Then you got guys up here hitting the outside wall. Like the 44 shit, Jeff Spooner, he killed the outside wall right there. And now the caution flag has been thrown to race official, so caution flag is out. Apologies for not seeing that sooner, but yeah, I was gonna say that was like a 4-car wreck. I can't believe there was no caution for that. I guess they all spun below the yellow line, so iRacing itself didn't throw a yellow, so luckily the officials decided it'd be a good call to throw it, which is very true after the fact that you had some people get involved in that one. So, and by the way, if you are curious on the points, you can visit the iRacingEastSeries.com. Excuse me, iRacingEast.com. iRacingEastSeries.com/points standings. If you're interested in that, I hopefully will finish the overlay I have for points. I'm not quite sure when that will be done by, but currently, I can tell you a little bit right now since we're under caution. Jason Pap is your points leader, currently by 20 points over Bobby Hash. Then you have 12 points behind Bobby Hash, Chris Etchepair. Then you have Vernon Wilson, 5 points back. Daniel Crossett, third one back from him. Eric Reinhardt, then Daniel Crossett. So Jason Pop, Bobby Hash, Chris Etchepair, Vernon Wilson, Eric Reinhardt, top 5 in points. Most of the guys. Realistic shot, I would say currently winning the championship, probably in your top I would say it's probably top 9. Jason Pop has a 20-point gap right now over Bobby Hash. Then you Chris Etcheper, Brennan Wilson, Eric Reinhardt, Daniel Crossett, Taylor Khan, Cruz Hernandez Jr. Cruz Hernandez Jr. 108 points back. So, well, it's pretty hard to, you know, probably make that up easily in just 8 races, I believe. Yeah, 8 races left. After this race, we have 8 races left, so it's gonna be pretty hard to make up 100 and so points in just that many races. But it is possible if you think about it. So we're just gonna wait and see how exactly that works out and everything. Looks like the maximum amount of points you can get in a race is 50. Yeah. No, actually, you can get a total of 53 points. So that's the most amount of points you can get in one race. So if you think about it, one of those guys misses a race, then that's half the points gained right there if they're able to get up there and dominate the race, whatever. So yeah, definitely interesting. You have a pretty close battle. Only 20 points separates first and second place. It's not a huge margin by any means when you have 43 points for first and 1 point for very, very dead last. So, and right now though, your points leader is in the race lead, so that definitely makes it interesting for sure as far as that goes. Currently, the list of victories so far this season is Jason Papp. He has 1 win. Brennan Wilson, he has 1 win. Taylor Khan has 1 win. Cruz Hernandez Jr. has 4. Coach Drew Coate has 1. Jeffrey and Greg McConey each have 1 apiece. And then also Timothy. Excuse me. That's one of them messed up last week, so my apologies there. And then obviously Chris Etcheper / Ryan Worley have 1 win ish. So. The pace car lights will be off this time, and looks like indeed they are. So, gonna set back double file here once again for the restart. And I feel like if you're 100 points back, pretty much evenly, you pretty much have a shot. So I think Russ Nash, who's sitting currently in 9th place, probably has the last possible chance. I don't know. It's pretty interesting for sure. You see Bobby Hash up there in 4th place. He's got some damage, but right there. So we'll wait and see. We got Jason Pop currently in the race lead. Your points leader, then your 2nd place, not that far behind. Chris Etcheper. He, however, is even in this race. Oh. Chris Etcheper is in the race. Well, that's unfortunate. So it looks like we don't have Chris Etcheper, who's the 3rd place guy in points, 32 points back. He's going to lose a lot of positions because of that. Brandon Wilson is here in 4th place in points. Eric Reinhardt is here. Daniel Crossett. Taylor Khan, I don't know about the 33. I don't think we have the 33 either, so that's unfortunate. Cruz Hernandez Jr., Russ Nash. Russ Nash, I don't think is here either, actually, so That really limits their field down quite a bit. There's not much guys, as I just mentioned. I think they only puts us now, what, like 5 people left in really good contention here. So, pretty interesting. But anyway, Jason Pop and Christian Schiener will lead the field back to the green flag. Green flag is out once again here from Daytona as we're almost a quarter of the way through this race. The one machine will lead the field back to the green flag. And as they get up through the gears now, up into 4th gear right about now. Just like that. Now Christian Schiener has no help in the outside lane as Bobby Hash takes the selfish route, goes down the bottom and takes that spot away from him. Now Christian Schiener is going to have to fall in line behind the 30 machine there. As that Will Vernon, we're going to try to take a look at the race lead here. Indeed he will, but the 30 machine didn't follow him as he did the 8 on his outside. But so now the 8 going to be pushing the 37. Will Vernon trying to push into the race lead here as he works our way through turns number 3 and 4. Oh, very close. Almost some contact right there for sure. As they come down the back straightaway now into the trial. We're shooting at the back straightaway, the front straightaway. And we'll remember lead this first lap of the night. We're now officially 1/4 of the way through this race, 25%. So still 60 laps to go. From Daytona's 37 is clear, chops the one off. Very, very precise and close moves there for sure up here with the race lead. And doing a good job of putting together though. That's the important part. So now the 37. Oh, the 1! No, never mind. Just what I said that. Jason Pop upside down, get the 76 upside down for the second time tonight. The 80 machine wrecking the 76 still barrel rolling over there. I think he finally landed back on all fours. Cruising Jr. destroyed. Jeffrey Price destroyed. Oh my goodness. This is not what we want to see. Just Spooner all tore up. You have Razquez all tore up. This is, oh boy. I don't know. Last couple weeks, it's not gone very well for these guys. Unfortunately. So the 710 machine's actually put it behind the wall already, so. Move these guys only have 2 faster pairs, so all these wrecks definitely are helping these guys for sure. I'm not sure how exactly that was caused. We're going to try to take a look here. Look from our aerial cam. As you see, here is the 30 machine behind the 1. Your top 2 in points right here. And he decided he wanted the point lead and accidentally right-reared him. And just, I guess, misjudged, thought he was clear. Right-rears him up the racetrack. Tags, just barely tags the 8 machine right there. I guess the 9 involved. The 1 gets T-bone up the racetrack, hits the catch fence, gets launched up into the air. Then the 30 hits the 12. The 76 hits the 8. And that's basically on for that. 26 gets a piece of it right there. Then you see the 76 machine going for a wild ride for the second time tonight here. Crazy. We're on board now with the gyro of the 76 machine once again. Nowhere to go. Still flipping. Let's take a look here now, live speed at this axis with the TV cam. Oh my goodness. Wild wreck for sure there. They're not right on board with the 8 machine. He's actually going for the race lead at the time. Actually, a 1 machine actually. We're going right on board with him. See how close. Oh, I mean, he just tagged him too. It's a fortune for the 8, and then everybody else who hit the 8 big 2. That caused about 4 more cars probably to get involved in that wreck than would have happened had he not just gotten tagged right there. Running board now with the 8 machine. Nothing he can do. Just turned around, hit around. 76 hits him right there. Hits the wall. Still spinning. Hits the wall again. Hits the wall again. Hits the wall again. And finally gets back in the right direction. So quite unfortunate for sure here. Not the way we want to start this race off, really, to speak of. But we are going to take you under another quick commercial break. We'll be right back before they take the green flag. So don't go away. We're right back. Welcome back to the iRacing News Series. Apologize for the late Come back there. I was in the middle of something. My apologies, really. I was having to carry something, but we're back anyways. The old machine holds the race lead for now. Just up there on the top side. This guy race here currently, and see some new faces up here. The 7 machine up here, and the 4 as well. Cody Coat. Also up here in the mix of things, haven't seen them much up the front here in the start of the race. Usually kind of right in the back, or haven't been kind of right in the back here at the start of the race. So nice to see them up here in the front, lace things up a little bit. My brother's coming back late there. I had a blister I was trying to take care of. Really hurt. There's 37. Great push here by that 4 machine of Cody Coat up on that top side. Control the 1 machine will lead that lap, but not by much. As 69 Fox is backed way off his rear bumper, and it's causing him to fall back here. Not really having much of a push. I'm sure why the 69 is doing that, but it's costing that whole machine for sure here on the inside lane, not getting pushed ahead. He's still able to hold on to it for right now, just kind of having faster on the racetrack on the bottom down there, but 30 seconds, a huge push out of actually by the 4 machine, and 69 again, now pushing the 01. Now the 37 actually will get clear for the race lead, so row number officially holds on to the race lead now. And the 1 machine though, gonna respond with a move for the outside, gonna try to go and push there with Cody Coat and play leapfrog, play a little game of leapfrog here for the race lead, and now the old machine gonna get clear. He'll probably drop down low in front of the 37 row runner. Might actually hold on top side. So it seems like it's a little bit faster potentially. The one actually gonna drop down to the bottom, but the 4 didn't follow him, so now the 4 gonna get pushed by Bobby Hash here, and he's gonna try to go the race lead here to complete lap 30 and get to just 50 laps to go. The 4 Cody Coat now gonna take over the race lead this time by. He'll lead that lap across the stripe, and now the 01 gonna try to fight back though on the inside, gonna push the row number Pardarsta in the mix up here along with Jesse Fox. So Telling starting to fall a little bit. The 69 again checking up quite a bit though. He's put car length, 2 car lengths off the road for the 37 machine. That's costing the inside lane. Not quite sure why he's doing that once again, but it's just the 80 machine now comes off the pit road there, getting service to his car done and everything that he was doing down there. As these guys getting really aggressive up here in the pack, that is for sure. So guys, I think thought about it. They're going to 3 wide right there, but decided better of it. And right on board with the 26 machine here, Ryan Roy. Their pole sitter for this race, but fell back because of connection issues. Getting a little bit aggressive at the front, some blocking going on looks like, and now the 37 going to try to get up there in the mix of things. Coat now going to push little run over to the race lead. Now he's going to probably drop down in front. Oh, no, maybe not. He's going to stay on the top side. So looks like it wasn't quite clear. I thought he was, but I guess not. Another 4 machine going to the right rear corner bit on him for some reason. We're trying to get clean air. Not quite sure what is up with that. That caused the run that they were going to get out of the corner there. I think it looks like he's trying to look for air. Getting hot up there behind. Yeah, he's definitely looking for air, that's for sure. You wouldn't just drop a rear check like that for no reason. Now the 37 actually squeaks his way down on the low side. So he's going to fall in line behind the 01 machine. Give that 4 machine the clean air he needs to cool off his engine. And then hopefully his plan is probably to try to hopefully get clear of the 4 machine once again and jump up in front of him. But it looks like now the 4 is going to get a huge run. Get pushed there by Bobby Hash and Jason Papp. So looks like down the 4 going to challenge again for the race lead. The 37 actually does get clear. He's going to drop up, or excuse me, jump up in front of the 4 machine. Going to get pushed ahead here. And might even lead this lap, though not quite. 01 going to hit onto it. As now JC Fox pulls up there behind the 01 machine of Taz Kessler. The triple coat continuing to try to push the 37 machine there. A little armor forward here. There's a big gap behind the 01, so that's going to help that outside lane, try to get that run. Is now though the 69 going to get a huge push to the 01 machine there. Get a pretty good run on the back shoulder lane. Give a shot there to the 01. They're going to push him up a little bit further up ahead. It looks like we actually had a car on the wall right there. That looks like Jason. No, excuse me. I guess not. Didn't see anybody. So now 37, they're going to get pushed ahead here. I think we'll probably lead this lap as it looks like he's a huge run. The 69 not quite close enough for the 01. So yeah, 37 will indeed lead that circuit around Daytona here. He's got a lap car, damaged lap car at that on the apron there. That is either 12 or the 76. That is the 12. Looks like. Greg McConey as he's sideways back here, almost took out the whole field good job to try to keep it down there on the apron. As now Will Wormer falling back a little bit, and that's basically continuing for a second here on the outside of Jesse Fox. That's all he's able to really fight for right at the moment. Side by side though, still for the race lead. Now the 37 going to work once again on the 01 machine a little bit here, trying to get that run. Won't be enough to lead the lap though. Taz Kessler going to lead that lap now. As they work down the back straight right now and into turn number 37. Once again, though, gets that run. And in the corner, but now the 01 going to have the advantage. But coming off the corner, 37 is going to have a huge run here. 69 is not the rear bumper of the 01 machine. So now it looks like we're going to fight back. And at the line, it's going to be 37. Leading that lap. Continue to rack up these lead changes, that's for sure. Since every lap, they change back and forth, and it adds another lead change. So definitely it's pretty cool as far as those stats go on the lead changes of the race, and it's pretty fun to watch here. So down to the 4 machine, I should have tried to take him 3 wide, 37 with the block. Again, I'm not sure how to take a 3 wide, just kind of get clean air, but getting pretty aggressive up here in the front for the lead, and now the 01 37 Will Vernomer barely was clear of the 01 machine right there. It's a very, very, very risky and aggressive move. It paid off, I guess. Yeah, it was a race lead, but very, very barely got clear. It was very, very close for sure there. And now the 37 going to hold on his lead down to 01 though, and the ditch goes to the top side. No real surprise there. Now he goes to the top there in front of the 4 machine of Cody Shudo Coat. So I'm going to try to play leapfrog here once again, like I mentioned earlier. Finishes the game leapfrog at the plate tracks. So you got the guy on the outside lane. He's pushing everybody. You get the 2 guys. Pretty much, yeah, they got the 01 machine now. Gets pushed by the 4 machine. Ditches the 4 and goes in front of the 37. These guys just keep leapfrogging each other, and it's a pretty classic Talladega and Daytona thing. It's just leapfrog. You get clear of the outside lane, jump in front of them, get pushed ahead, and then it frustrates the guy on the outside though. As Cody Trudeau Kill wasn't having it at that time. He decided, no, I'm gonna go for this for myself. Jumps to the outside, makes it 3 wide now for the race lead here. So 3 by 3 at the front of the pack. Everybody holding line though. The 4 almost hits the outside wall. Again, it's a little bit shaky here. 69 cut the right straight, 30 kind of all over the place. Now as the 30 goes to the inside of the 4, he turns him. No, why did he? Oh no. And the 4 manages to try to hang on to it. He's gonna spin it. Doesn't get any damage. The 69 machine JC Fox is destroyed. I'm not quite sure why he drove down the racetrack like that. Or drove up the racetrack, excuse me. I don't know. Only 2 cars were involved in that, it looks like. Looks like the 30 machine, and yeah, he just drove straight the racetrack into him. You know, 3 wide, got pretty close. 4-13 did a great job. They barely missed that. You see the 4 machine did a great job to keep it off the 69 machine and the inside wall. He ended up spinning out. Lost the draft, has no chance of getting back in the front unless we get a caution, obviously. But he did save it, so it's not going to require a fast spare or anything. And he's good to go. And it now looks like 69 machine going to head down pit road there. Well, he gets it back up to speed. Oh, we're going to wreck at the front of the field now. The 01 machine barrel rolling in turn number 3. And that's going to take out much of the field. We got more cars piling in here. Jeffrey Price goes for a spin with Romer involved. Oh, no. Not even halfway yet. We already have these many caution flags and whatnot. Fourth caution flag of the night. And I'm not quite sure what's going to happen there as we were looking at the replay of what the initial crash was all about there. And it looks like these guys were 3 wide for the race lead. The 27 to go, make a move. 37 is like, okay, I'll go with you. The 27 is like, no, I want to go by myself. He takes that 3 wide for the race lead. The 3 wide for the race lead, going to turn number 3 here. And the 26 goes down the racetrack, hits 37, and then causes 37 accident. You know, just nowhere he can do. He turns down into the 01 machine. Then he spins around, hits the 9. Oh man, 76 piles in. Everybody piling in here. The 14 comes flying in there and gets involved a little bit. Now Zico Vasquez actually lost connection, unfortunately. But now you see back here Jeffrey Price's angle of it. Trying to slow it down, and just hits the 01. And oh man, it kills the 9 machine. A pretty hard angle too. So now you're right on board with the 37 machine of Will Ronomer. Just the slightest bit. 37 was kind of up the racetrack, giving the 01 room, and it wasn't very much wiggle room for the for the 27 there, and came down the racetrack just a little bit. It's just enough to turn him around, and that was basically all it took. Just looking at that for now from the blimp cam. Just actually, may have a neck cut a little bit right there. I don't think we ever really made contact at all. Unfortunately, with the 37, I had it pretty much saved. Then he accidentally turned left and drove up the racetrack into the 9 while facing backwards, and then got hit with a 76. So not the way you probably wanted that to go. As he can use, I believe, is the second and final faster pair here. But we're gonna see if we can't get a word in here. Potentially with one of your front runners. Just pop right there in the 1 machine. Let's see if we can't bring him in the broadcast booth. Good copy there, Jason? It's Pap, good copy.
10-4.
So, Jason, you currently find yourself in 3rd place here, just about a little bit past halfway here. You've only led 5 laps in this one, but it's definitely a lot of different leaders. There are 15 different lead changes, I believe, now. But unfortunately, it's not like come without a lot of wrecks so far here in this one. Last week was a little bit similar. Before that, it was usually a pretty solid long green flag run. So, potentially, is there anything that you could potentially think of that might be causing some of these issues? Of course, Daytona Night is known for having netcode issues, which is what mostly caused that previous incident. But talk about maybe what you feel like is happening out there, how people are driving and racing around you, and then obviously what your plan is here to try to get the victory here tonight.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of netcode issues. Also, there were a few cars up front that had some front end damage that were kind of holding some other people back, but they were making their cars a little bit wide. It's hard to get around them without causing a wreck. So I think everyone's kind of been trying to be patient. I tell you what, I'm just glad to be racing on a track this week that has lights. I'm going to try my best to keep the one fast repair I have remaining intact in case something happens, and try to get up front.
Yeah, certainly, and like I mentioned, a lot of fast guys have gotten themselves up there in the front and in the lead, so definitely have a lot of good company up there. But I appreciate your time here, and good luck.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
That was the driver of the number 1 machine, Jason Pop, in the Monster Energy Chevrolet in Paula SS. As Jeff Spooner will the field to the green flag for, I believe, the first time tonight. Chris Jr. seems to start there in second. He's starting second quite often here on restarts, but not a lot of guys left in the field, that's for sure, at least without damage. You see the 777 there with a little bit of left side door damage, which doesn't really affect. Almost got some more right there. For sure. Oh, we got some rubbing going on here. Pretty sure what is happening there between those two. But looks like actually most of these already used their fast repairs, so I guess it's not as terrible. I don't think a lot of guys have fast repairs left, though. In case we get another accident, we've had 4 cautions now. Almost everyone has been involved in each of them, so gonna be interested to see how this all plays out here in a little while, because, like I said, not many fast repairs left on the table for everybody here. So wait and see as far as how this all piles out. But anyway, the iRacing.com official Ford Mustang pace car will pull its way down onto the safety of the pit lane. And we're going to get this thing back going green here, and hopefully green to stay. The pace car is down in a pit lane. And just barely the field to the green flag. Green flag is flying, and Ryan really going to push Cruising and shooting. The entire rest of the field did not get going from 4th on back. Jeffrey Price going to gain some spots there. Jason Pop really did not get going at all. It's now Cruising Machinery easily cruises, but the race lead there as I get pushed up the 26 machine. Not quite sure why there was so much check up there, but nobody really got going. The restart to speak of, and now the 26 machine makes aggressive moves there, getting around the 7 right there of Brian Bruzard. It's a great job there from McConey. Some nice moves. A little bit aggressive, but nothing too crazy. Now Jeff Spooner looks like he's out left to dry here, as Ryan Worley and Jeffrey Price, teammates, working there together a little bit, trying to push the 8 machine to the ahead so they can get in the line and try to work together. So now comes the travel here, complete lap 45. Like I said, getting his way up here into the thick of things and making some nice moves. This 26 to high stick connection issues. Definitely not going to see blink around once again. They're definitely not going to help things very much up at the front of the pack here. As now Jeff Spooner got picked up there by Taz Kessler, so we actually finally have battle for race here once again, as it looks like the entire field is kind of now finally caught back up. I'm pretty sure again what exactly happened there on the restart, but everybody's grouped back up here together, so the machine continuing to pave the way here currently. The 76 machine is actually a lap down, it looks like, so that's pretty interesting. Trying to get his lap back here. I'm actually hoping for a caution as long as he ain't involved in it, so we can get the free pass and get up here in the thick of things. The Bristol winner Now gonna make a 3 wide through the middle. Excited to better of it, backed out of it. Again, he's just a lap car, so I mean, I wouldn't suggest being that crazy as far as trying to get your lap back. Obviously, there's nobody else in this pack, I believe, that's one lap down. I don't look to like it. So yeah, Jesse Fox is the next person one lap down. You got Ron Hollifield and everybody else laps behind as well. So I'm gonna get too crazy. That Jeff Spear looks like he's actually gonna get pushed to the race lead here. He's gonna drop down in front of the 8 machine, Cruise 8 machine here. Now he finds himself on top of the board here. Is now 8 machine trying to get clear of the 01. Is not quite able to do so though, as now Jeffrey McConey gonna push the 01 machine of Taz Kessler, trying to get up here to the race lead. Has a pretty good run down the outside. So the 8 kind of checks up a little bit right there. It's gonna let the 44 kind of fade a bit, and it's going to let the 01 and the 76 surge ahead up there on the outside lane. They're going off turn number 4 here, and the 01 will lead this lap around as the 76 dives it below the WO line. The 01 going to block, and remember that 76 is just a lap car, so I don't really know why he's racing this aggressive when it's still 32 laps to go, and you're not really actually racing these guys for position. And if there was somebody else in this pack, it'd be more understanding, but maybe he just wants to have some fun up here and race it out, pretend like he's in the lead lap at least. And again, though, if he does get his lap back the hard way, he's not going to be right in front of the pack, so it's not going to matter. He's still going to need a caution as long as he ain't, if he still gets involved with the caution, as good as the 44 almost get down the 14 machine right there. A good call to check up and go back up the racetrack again. Now, though, 14 did check up because he noticed that and set on the brakes. Now 44 Jeff Spooner finds the hole in the inside lane. He's going to take it, and he's going to fall in line now in 6th place, it looks like. The old machine now holds on to the race lead, and take a look at the race summary here so far as we're once again a little past halfway. We've had 49 laps completed, 31 laps to go here, and now if McCartney going to get pushed here, what will be the race lead? Oh, you got turned though instead. They're wrecking. Oh, does he save it? 20, the caution flag is out. Oh, choo. Nope, looks like some of these guys did not save it. Wow, that got crazy fast. And that will bring out the 5th caution flag of the night. Oh, the classic rubber hooks never get old. There it is. Just, yeah, he's pushing 8. Or 8 is getting pushed there actually by the 1 machine in Jason Papp, so it didn't really have much chance. And actually, I don't think he even touched the 76. It didn't really look like he did. 76 gets turned down into the 1 machine. The 01 goes for a big spin here. Gets a lot of right side damage. It looks like he locked it down, didn't hit anything. Oh my gosh, the 4 pretty sure Kill flips over. Looks like the 01, excuse me, did in fact slide, barely touch the inside wall, so nothing at all really serious there for the damage as far as he goes. But this accident, second part of the accident here, he's going to run on board the 26 machine of Ryan Worley, as this all happened right in front of him. He got involved in it. You see, he's already checking up. 76 is trying to save it. He just hits the left front of the 76 machine, turns back up across the racetrack, head on the outside wall, face the wrong way. The 4 hits him, flips over, and we have another big one here to bring out the 5th caution flag of the night, unfortunately. Take a look and see, once again, in real time now, at this accident. Looks like he actually got in the right rear corner pin over, and that's what turned him around a little bit. Tried to save it, and it hits 26, and unfortunately, oh my gosh, the 4-13, another very close miss there. Very close call. He had one earlier in the race. Had to go right on board with him here. Might as well. Definitely very deserving of it. So you see 76 there, and he tries to go to the racetrack. Oh, he actually looks like it did just barely hit him. I don't think it was anything really serious. That was 26, unless they long as he came on the racetrack, but look, he didn't. So that will bring us, as like I said, the 5th caution flag of the race. As we take a look at the race summary here, we've had 51 laps, split 20 laps remaining, 19 lead changes. We've had 5 caution flags waved here. And we are going to take you under another quick commercial break, but we should be back here for the final 25 or so remaining laps. So we'll be right back after these.
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. So start ignition, count to zero. I just wanna be a superhero.
Hey, what's up, guys? Scott Speed here at the iRacing headquarters. Some exciting news about the upcoming Rallycross World Championship. They've got a wild card entry, and yours truly is going to get that spot. See you guys out on the track.
So start ignition, count to zero. I just wanna be a superhero.
When I was 16 years old, I was working in a Goodyear tire store, and my boss actually built an old dirt car, street stock Monte Carlo. Went with him one night, fell in love with it. It was a hell of a race, hell of a party, and a big fight afterwards. I was like, this is it. This is it for me. It wasn't long after that, I was driving an old 78 Camaro out of the weeds at that guy's farm. We pulled that thing out and made a race car out of it, and away we went. You know, I think a driver has more to do with the equation going back and racing dirt, whether it's a modified, a late model. You can do more with the race car. You know, the harder you drive it, a lot of times, the better it goes. You can crawl up on that wheel and feel like you made the difference at the end of the night. Asphalt car, you can't overdrive them. That was the first thing that I had to learn right off the bat is, oh my gosh, I've got to discipline myself, not overdrive this thing, and that's how you get the most out of it. Truth be told, communicating the right information to your crew and your crew chief so they can do their job and make their appropriate adjustments for you to go faster and do your job is probably 90% of the game in our world. I've always loved late models. You know, my dream was to be a late model driver driving for a living across the country like Daryl and Don do that drive for me. I mean, that was, truth be told, that was my dream, you know. I always wanted a semi. I always wanted a stacker trailer with 2 hot rods in it, and let's go racing. Let's take off with your buddies and go race and chase that dream. Never in a million years did I think it would turn into a Cup Series, and I actually have an opportunity to own 2 dirt late model teams. When you think of iRacing, you don't think of a video game. It's not. It's way above and beyond any of that. You know, dirt racing changes so much. The track changes so much. Being able to capture that, to experience all those details that surround dirt racing and make dirt racing what it is what makes iRacing so cool, because they did nail all of that. I knew when they came to our shop and scanned cars and went to the detail of getting that car right, I knew that it was going to be over the top, because it blew my mind just the work that went in.
Quick lap here, the iRacing East Series, but to the green flag here. There it is, Cruise Nation of Holyfield to the green flag here to go on to lap 55 of 80. Get back up to speed here. Back up to 4th gear. Hopefully we're going to have a lot of green flag running here. That's the goal for sure. So the 777 has some issues right there. Not going up the speed. It's going to cause a huge stack up in the back of the field. He's actually in the outside wall here. So now he finally gets out of the way, so that's good for these guys at least. But E-Machine hold on to the race lead now with Jeffrey Price, Will Varnummer, and Ryan Aurelia all up here in teammates together. So looks like things get pretty interesting here as the 8 continues to pace the field here. 55 laps completed now. Just 25 to go. So and a ton of time left in racing. Still quite a few. Definitely a pretty long way, actually. Not many guys left within this pack, though, after all these wrecks, unfortunately. So it's pretty interesting to see for sure. He's able to get it here. The Fortune Jeffrey Price, he does not have a win this season. 37 or he either. Ryan really kind of won last week, but not really fully. I'm sure he definitely wants to get a win here. Jason Pat wants to obviously increase his points lead up here. You got Art Garksta, he hasn't won a race. Jeff Spooner, Brian Buzard, all these guys up here have not only won races besides your current race leader, Cruz and Jr., who's won 4 of them this season, listed of anybody by far. So, pretty interesting for sure to see who pick it up here tonight. So we once again continue to run these laps down here. We come through the tri-oval, the 8 machine. Actually, look at the 14, may have gone at the line. Indeed he did, not by much, but the 14 machine now pulls way ahead and pushed there with the 37 machine. And the 413 of Park Garsta. So now the 14 of Jeffrey Price is cleared as he dropped down in front of the 8. He's stuck up there with his teammate Will Rurnhammer. So he's going to stay up there with his teammate Will. And now they're going to go down that shuttle right here. Looks like the 1 machine, Jason Pop, is now up there to try to help them out. As, oh man, 37 just got clear of the 8. Was trying to get the 14 to go with him there. As once again, they are teammates, so we're trying to work together here at Daytona. At least until they get towards the end. I guarantee that's when they're going to go for it here. And now the 8 Cruiser Initiative is cleared as he go up in front of the 413 and let the 26 hook up with his teammates and get everybody in their group here together. That's going to be pretty interesting for sure to see if that is the case. But for right now, looks like he's going to stay on the bottom lane. Can't quite get clear of the 413 here. The STP Chevrolet Impala SS. So he's going to try to stick his way up there in a Copal car. But 413 getting very pushed there by the 1 machine, Jason Pat. And they're going to try to fight for the race lead themselves here on the outside. And they'll pinch the inside lane, get that side draft, and 26 machine once again having some more connection issues. Now 413 goes up the racetrack. The 1 almost is a 3 wide, but decided better of it as there you see the battered number 12 machine there, I believe it is. Oh, excuse me, actually, that's the 76, Jeffrey McConey. So, after getting involved in the last accident, he never passed for left, I guess. So unfortunate for him. He's now got the 8 machine. Will Rurnhammer working together up here on a surge ahead of Jeffrey Price, his teammate. Kind of surprising made the move, but man, makes things interesting. Have some fun, absolutely. And now he pulls ahead, but now the 8 is going to probably get around him as he's got a huge run on the 37 machine here, excuse me. Now Park Garksta going to try to push the 8 machine, the cruising machine up ahead as the 14 are trying to push the 37 though, so the 8 of Cruz will lead that lap, but does not quite get clear in time to drop down in front of 37, so that's going to keep that outside lane up there. Now the 26 machine lines up behind both these guys. Their entire team of 3 cars here all lined up together here with just 20 laps to go at Daytona, so things could get pretty wild for sure here. As Cruz and Ishii are still trying to get around there on the outside, but just not quite working out for him here as he's currently side by side now with the 14 barely. Looks like actually down the 14 got clear of him, so we'll see the 14 different price jumping in front of the 8 machine. and try to leapfrog his teammate there, Will Armor. Pretty sure it looks like he will not. So 19 now circuits around to go from Daytona before we reach the checkered flag. So now looks at the 4 cars the inside, all single file here. The 9 machine gets clear in front of the 413. It's 413 just the outside lane. Chase Pop and we're going to sure get a little bit of help there. This group of Coney's not trying to get up here in the next thing to try to help this outside lane, but it's not quite there with the suck up to the back of them there and help them. I got pretty cool coat back there as well, along with looks like Diego Vasquez is multiple laps down. So, but the Amish actually now will get pushed to the race lead, however. Now 8 gonna drop low, most likely. I would guess so, as the outside lane is really not formed up well enough, I would say, to stay up there. It looks like Cruz Nishida looks like he believes in it. He's going to stay up on that top side and try to hold on the race lead, but the 37 going to surge back on the inside, takes back over the top spot for now. We're going to wait and see until they come across through the travel. As you see the driver race that I showed you, just bumper to bumper as far as that second row goes as compared to the first row. But again, the outside lane, I don't think it's really organized well enough to be able to stay up there and try to hold the race lead. And, you know, consistently lead laps to be in front of the 37. So, you know, wait and see as the 37 takes back over the top spot on the scoring pylon. This is 76th machine almost actually coming up the racetrack there, but great job to swerve out of the way, and as far as everybody else on the track as well, great job to swerve out of the way there as well. Did not hit the 76th machine there, who's damaged and very, very slow with all that damage he got from that last accident. I'm surprised he's even still on the racetrack, but trying to make it work. It's 26 times some more connection issues, and I have some issues trying to speak here. As there you see the 777 machine, will he get out of the way? Yes. Great job there by Timothy Papp to go up high and get next to the wall and get out of the way. Actually, now he's in the outside wall, though, so he will hang on to it. But Cruising Machine just trying to get this run. It was 15 laps to go. Kind of needs more people up there on its outside to try to help him get in front of this inside lane here. I don't think that was the last caution flag we saw either. So, I mean, that could also very easily dice things up here just a bit. So, we'll have to wait and see as far as how this all works out. Now we get side by side with the 14. Trying to get that run. Oh, the 1 machine in the outside wall, though. Oh, well, they got a car around. The 69 and the 01 machine down to the inside wall. Looks like the 01 going to keep it off the wall. The 69 does not, just like earlier. At least maybe in the 4 machine. My apologies. I mixed it up. I'm not quite sure what exactly happened kind of looks like they got together, so they look and see exactly what caused that crash between the two of them here. We saw the one machine hit the outside wall, coming off the corner, over on the straightaway. You see, he just actually drove up into the outside wall, and he's good to go. Looks like he's only going to come on the racetrack, so it looks like the 01 tries to swerve to miss him, actually comes across. But no, actually, that might have been netcode again. No, it looks like somebody on netcode, but not very much, so. Fortunately for both of them, nowhere. Oh my gosh, Kyle Busch wall right there. There's a 69 machine. No caution flag, of course. It was just a two-car accident. So unfortunately, those guys are now out of the contention for the win, unless we get another yellow here and shake things up. And the 69 destroyed, so he definitely has only chance to win, even if he did get a yellow. Laps to go now from Daytona here. Going 3 wide now. The 8 machine gonna get ditched by the 12 and the 4. He did go out next to the outside wall, and that'll put him behind the pack here. And unless he's trying to do that on purpose, trying to miss the accident when it happens, if it does happen, that might just cost him a chance here. That's quite a few spots. Oh, we got a wreck in the back once again. That will bring the caution flag out. Oh, man. That is not good. Got one machine, Brian Wilson going around. Take a look and see what exactly caused the 6th caution flag of the night. And actually it involved the 8 and the 4 and the 13, it looks like now. As you see, the 8 on the bottom, he's going down the racetrack. 413 is going out the racetrack. Literally, they literally just came together. It's very interesting. And then looks like they saved the 413 for some reason. Oh, I think I know what happened to him. He can't steer, comes down into the 501 machine, and hits the 80 as well. The 501 does some loops. Actually, it didn't hit much. He only hit the outside wall a little bit, so very minimal contact with anything or anybody there for the 501 machine, luckily for him. But I'm curious to see yeah, the 413 machine, it has the glitch on the sim here on iRacing. If you make contact with the front end of the K9 car, for some reason it glitches the wheels to the hood. And it doesn't show it on anybody else's screen, but it always shows it in yours. And I think that's what happened, because I can see, we're going to take a little bit of a weird camera angle here, but we're going to roll with it anyway. You can see here, after he hits the wall, and then he's turned. Look at his right front wheel. He's turned to the right. Turn to the right. The car is going down the racetrack. He's off the gas, turned over to the right. He can't do anything because on the racetrack, gets hit by the 80, hits the 501. And then again, the car isn't still steering. And he locks it up, turns over to the right, and is just not steering at all. He hits the inside wall, and then comes to a halt, and then just decides to tow because he can't steer. So unfortunately, he had that glitch strike in there, and I couldn't do anything about it. So that one, unfortunately, brought out the 6th caution flag of the night. And now that leads the 37 machine to Will Vernomer in the race lead. To make things a little bit interesting, so. See if we can't bring in your current race leader here. With a submission of Will Road Armor. Will Road Armor, got a copy.
Yep, gotcha.
So, Will, you currently find yourself in the race lead here. Been at the front much of the night, led 20 laps here so far. And as we continue to get down into the thick of things here, with just currently 8 laps to go, and that will definitely be a lot less when we go officially back green. Not much time left for sure to make your moves and to try to hold this field off here. Any plans and what you mind sharing us here that you think will hopefully bring your car over to the lane?
Well, my teammate Jeffrey Price, as you saw, was pushing me on that green flag run. And we were working really well together. Unfortunately, now he's starting in the outside of me, so I don't really have any specific plans. I'm just hoping it all goes well.
And it's been a pretty chaotic race so far. It's just caution flags, and most of them have been multi-car accidents. I mean, we've had actually quite a few that haven't caused a yellow yet, so it's been pretty crazy out there for sure. Definitely not what we're usually used to seeing in this series. It was kind of like a little bit last week, but like I told Jason, a couple weeks ago, it was we had 1-2 cautions the entire race. So definitely a big change. And of course, the Daytona night glitch with the netcode issues that doesn't help things across the table. But it seems like guys are being pretty aggressive there. We've seen a lot of through-eye moves for the lead and throughout the pack. So maybe try to share with us anything you've maybe noticed out there, maybe why we've seen so many caution flags.
Okay, so I think this is our first time running the K&N to the plate track, and they definitely handle a lot differently from NASCAR cars on pit tracks. And they get such good runs, and there's so often such a speed difference between cars that people make aggressive moves. It doesn't end very well. And I think just the speed difference in cars is what's causing all the cautions.
Oh, we appreciate your time here, Will, and good luck in your tries to win the race here tonight.
Thank you.
That was the driver of the number 37 Shane Will Runner. Your current race leader here is going to come back to green with just 6 laps to go. Things are going to get wild for sure. And again, if we've got a caution flag here in the very first lap with the restart, we will have another caution, another restart. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. Pace car comes off of turn 4 and lead the field once again to the green flag here, but maybe the final restart of the night. Or I'm gonna lose the field to the green flag. Green flag is flying here. We're underway potentially here. Now, the teammates that you mentioned on the front row right there, side by side. They're now working down the back straightaway here. .37 trying to push the 14 as he gets third job center in front now. And the machine up there on the top side, all by himself. Curtis Shield coat up here in the mixed lanes. This time by, we see the 5 to go. If the caution flag comes out, race will end under the yellow flag. So, well, if you want to make a move, better to make it now for sure. As these guys now come through the travel. 5 laps to go from Daytona. As a lot of teammates up there at the front of the pack, and a lot of guys in the groups. 26 goes underneath. They're blocking a little bit. 37 blocks at the racetrack. As he faked down low, contact. Oh, 37 saves it, and 27 is a 3 wide. Oh, and they're wrecking the back. Well, yes, that will end the race, and Jeffrey Price. Oh, Will Armour's wrecking now. Jeffrey Price will get the win, just barely over his teammate Ryan Worley. Wow. That was wild. But Jeffrey Price will get his first career victory here in the iRacing E Series. And we're going to take a look back and look at all that chaos there that ensued that lap. Everybody getting very aggressive. They know that if race will end if it's, you know, that many laps to go, if the caution comes out. And, wow, a great job, though, by some of those guys trying to save it there. And it looked like we all had to gather back together, but then they got really greedy there. So you see the 37 block the four machine. The 14 then blocks him. He hits the back right rear of him of the 14. Then the 4 swipes up the racetrack, tags the 37. He goes in the racetrack, somehow saves it. 26 round really comes flying in here through wide. 37 is still trying to save it. Comes up, hits the 26 into the 4. The 4 then, the 9 actually gets turned down the track. And then I guess the 37 here is just actually comes down across the nose of the 44 Jeff Spooner and turns himself around in the grass. And then you race for the win up at the very front of the pack. Wow, what a save. And then it looked like we were all good to go. And then they actually made contact. And then the 9, it looks like the 9 hit the brakes. The 1 didn't see the wreck. And then that's what really sparked the whole wreck. I think these guys are wrecking and trying to pass each other. The 26 almost made a move to the line, but caution flag already had come out and the race was official. So that will put Jeffrey Price in victory lane here tonight, but still have, looks like 3 laps to typically complete the race here. So we'll wait on that, unfortunately. So we're going to pace the final 3 laps here under the yellow flag. But definitely pretty well there at the end of that one for sure. As a lot of chaos was ensuing there. Across our finish line here and get the 2 to go signal here. Pace 2 turns on 1 and 2, 3 and 4 here. And the very long wait for the 14 machine to officially claim his checkered flag here. So white flag now is out. Along with the continuous caution flag there. Through 3 and 4 for the final time here. Still behind the iRacing.com official Ford Mustang pace car. Jeffrey Price will get to celebrate here very shortly. So we continue to wait this here. Off turn 4 for the final time. And at a very slow rolling 80 miles an hour. The 14 Old Spice Chevrolet Impala SS come across start finish line to pick up his first very iRacing East Series victory. Jeffrey Price will win his first race here. Good bump there from his teammate Ryan Worley. Jeffrey Price, your winner here tonight from Daytona. A pretty wild race to say the least. This is their entire team right there. Oh, they're wrecking each other. Oh, right hooked. Took them both out. Oh, they're coming back for payback. Jeff Preston coming down the front straightaway here with his teammates and burn them down. Jeffrey Price, your race winner. Oh, he gets clobbered. Some fast donuts. Some nice burnouts for sure here by Jeffrey Price. And he's going to get hit a couple more times there. Unfortunately, but Jeffrey Price with the victory here tonight, either way you look at it. And now we're going to get a word in here with your top few finishers as always here. First up, the 44 machine here of Jeff Spooner. See if we can't get a word in here with him. Looks like I'm gonna try at least. Just Spooner, got a copy. Just for me, I got copy.
You got me?
Just for me, I got copy.
Yeah, got me now.
So after I think the difficulties there, either way you look at it, you managed to pull off a third place finish here tonight. You're up there in contention for much of the race. Got unfortunately caught up in a couple of those pretty crazy accidents there, but you're able to survive it when it mattered the most at the end of the race to pick up a podium finish here tonight. With six laps led as well, all after starting back in 8th place. So pretty solid night for you, obviously. Like I mentioned, a pretty chaotic race. I believe we saw 7 caution flags tonight, so definitely a higher count than we're used to seeing here. But let's talk about the race there from your point and that craziness there of that last green flag lap there with 5 to go.
Yeah, in racing with these guys week in and week out, they're they're a good group, and that's usually the cautions were surprising this week. It just seemed like we had some netcode issues and we were kind of jumping in and out of position. But before I get too far, let me thank DCH Crane, Jason Papp, and Express Auto for all they do for us, because it's a lot of work for them to put this stuff on for us every Friday, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, and it costs a lot of money for sure to host the races and create a league and everything like that. So, yeah, definitely thankful for them. And yeah, like you mentioned, it seemed like there's a lot of netcode issues out there tonight, and that seems to be the case. I've noticed at Daytona under the lights. I'm not sure if it's something to do with the lights trying to light up the whole track and everything, trying to render that in. But it definitely I've seen from racing it personally and obviously broadcasting races here. It seems like every time we come here under the lights, it always messes things up, and unfortunately it causes a lot of netcode accidents out here. Did you ever experience? I know you got involved in a couple of them, but did you ever hit somebody by netcode or get hit and turned around?
Yeah, a lot of that was kind of netcode. I was getting collected probably more than anything else. I wasn't in the wreck, but somehow, and that's really been the story of my season is really getting collected. So it's just all part of it. But I'm just glad I was able to not only get to the finish line, but get a third place.
Certainly, and obviously you mentioned the shout outs there for the sponsors, but you have anybody else you want to give a little thank you to?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to my wife for tolerating me on Fridays to come in here and spend all this time and money, but I think it's well worth it.
All right, well, congratulations on your third place finish here, Jeff, and I appreciate your time.
Thanks, you too, man. Take care.
That was the driver of the number 44 machine, Jeff Spooner, finishing off in third place. Now, driver of the number 26 machine, Ryan Worley, finishing it in second. We're going to bring the records booth now. Ryan C. Worley, got a copy.
Yes, sir.
So, Ryan, you managed to pull off a 1-2 with at least 2/3 of your team there tonight. Jeffrey Price, of course, your teammate there, getting the victory. And I'm sure you two guys were talking there on the team speak along with the 37 there. And it seemed like it was going to be a battle between all three of you. And that pretty much did come down to that. The 37, the 14, and the 26 are obviously all together. And had a couple of close calls there before, unfortunately, all wrecked behind you. And that brought the caution flag out and kind of hindered your chances of trying to pass the 14 there to take the victory away. But still a good second place finish for you. Of course, nice backing up to your win ish last week. But only led 2 laps over here tonight, but definitely was up there much of the night. You had a lot of connection issues, unfortunately, and that kind of hindered some of those chances to get up there and lead laps and stay in front of the crashes. But definitely a good race for you. Just talk about the craziness there happening here tonight.
Yeah, my internet really killed me tonight. And the bad thing is, it's the only time it's been bad all week. So yeah, that's just how it rolls. But I'm just glad to have me and Jeff finishing up in the front. He's deserved the win for a long time because there's been a lot of races we've been in, where I won and Jeff was like right there, but then he gets like wrecked or something at the end. So I was really happy to see him win, and especially for me already having the co-win from last week. It was also nice to have lights here tonight. That was definitely kind of cool to actually have a track of lit. Another thing is all those wrecks I avoided. Like, I came close in so many to getting wrecked, and I don't know. You can even watch the end there. I almost wrecked my car again, so just got really lucky there. I think the good Lord was just watching over me as I went through the pack. So, yeah, craziness out there.
Yeah, definitely, especially that, that last green flag lap there that, of course, ended it with 5 to go and the caution came out. But we saw, you and the 37 trying to hook up, and then Jeffrey was trying to block you guys. And I thought for sure you were all going to be, taken out right then and there, and the whole team order thing was out the window, and you're all going to be in the catch fence there. And it definitely very much looked like it. Somehow you're all able to save it. Obviously, you got into the Ford machine a little bit there, trying to get around your teammate, Will Rummer, who's still in the process of trying to, regain car control. So definitely very chaotic for sure. Unfortunately, you couldn't race it out and finish it under green, but still was pretty excited to watch up here in the booth. Any shout-outs and thank yous you want to give here that Bayern home to run out finish?
Well, I got to thank my teammates for working there tonight. That was awesome to have 2 teammates working with me, and I always got to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for Jesus Christ, man, I don't know what I'm saying. I got to thank him for always being my Lord and Savior and saving me. I also want to thank sponsors having my car there. I know I continue to want to put Mountain Air bigger on my car because they're like my only real sponsor, but I also got to give a shout out to Eaton. They employ my dad. That helps me out quite a bit. And just got to thank all these guys out here for racing, and thank the guys who paid for the light bill. That was nice to have tonight.
Alrighty, well, appreciate your time here, Ryan. Garage is on second, and as always, have a good night.
Awesome. Thank you for broadcasting, bud.
Yep. So that was the driver of the number 26 machine coming up so close to back-to-back victories here tonight, but unfortunately, at least, a little bit to hinder that pain would be his teammate getting up here and winning the race. As you heard, he was there, or to bring his teammate down, Jeff Price, up into the broadcast booth. Jeff Price, got a copy.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
And nothing much, but I know definitely you're probably pretty excited about this win. Obviously, pretty hard-fought one. You worked with your teammates there at the end and kind of set up between the 3 of you guys. When it was all said and done there with 5 to go and the caution flag came out. Pretty chaotic race for sure. We saw 7 caution flags in total, and you definitely went from back to the front a lot in this race, as many people did. Start with the chaos here that ensued here at Daytona and how you were able to secure the victory here tonight.
Well, the biggest thing was qualifying second, knowing that I had the speed. This is one of my favorite cars to run, and at the beginning of the race, going back to the front, I was just testing to see if I could do it, and from there, I learned that I could do it, and got up to the front. My teammates, we all got together and pretty well battled, and me and 37, we were just pretty dominant, staying on the bottom, like nobody could get past us. And then the caution came out with 5 to go, and we kind of came to agreement that no holds barred, we're going to go for it. And I didn't realize that they had a run, and I kind of went up, and then I realized they had a run, so I started to go back to the bottom, and it was already too late. But it was a really hard fought. Oh my God, win! And good Lord.
Your emotions are overwhelming there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I've never won a plate race in any official or league or anything, so that's pretty pumped.
Yeah, definitely. And again, like I mentioned, very hard fought. Like I said, you moved the back to the front a lot there, and of course that move there, it looked like you're all junked right then and there in turn 2 when the 37 tried going on the outside, you tried blocking it, but then went back low and almost turned yourself, and then he almost got turned, and then Ryan came up there through the middle and almost turned both of you, and it was very fun to watch up here in the booth. Obviously, we all probably wish it could have finished on the green flag, but at least if it had to come out with the caution at the end there, at least it was exciting for sure to watch up there. So any shout-outs and thank yous you want to give here that makes that car turn on this track and got yourself the victory tonight?
Yeah, I would just like to thank Ryan Worley just for introducing me to the league. I'm kind of late coming to it, but I was really looking for some different leagues, and he told me about it, and Jason runs a really good league here, so I decided to come join, and I'm glad I did. We got a win finally. I haven't won a race in quite a while.
Definitely feels nice to get the relief off your back for sure. And again, appreciate your time here, Jeffrey. Congratulations on your win, and have a good night.
Fantastic, buddy. We'll talk to you next time.
That was your race winner tonight, Jeffrey Price in the number 14 machine, picking up the victory here. And now let's look at your race results here. Top to bottom, Jeff Price with victory. Ryan C. Really, his teammate there, coming up just in second. Jeff Spooner will finish it off in third. Brian Boozer at fourth. And just spot rounds at your top five. Taz Kessler right there in sixth. Cruising Dennis Jr. in seventh. Will Verona there turned himself by accident there in the last lap while vying for the win. And he will finish back in eighth place. Ron Hollifield in ninth place. These guys involved in that accident at the last lap. Timothy Pap with a solid 10th place finish there. So 5th and 10th for the Pap peoples there. Finished 11th here tonight. Greg McConey 1 lap down in 11th. Cody Trudeau killed there. We saw him unfortunately taking out that crash there in that last couple laps there. I believe he blew his engine under the caution flag to end the race. So he's going to finish in 12th. 2 laps down. Diego Vasquez going to involve in a lot of accidents here tonight. Unfortunately, he'll finish in 13th. Then you have Parker Garsta 14th, Brian Wilson 15th, Jeffrey McConey 16th, Jesse Fox 17th, Bobby Hatch 18th, Dana Crossett 19th, and Eric Reinhardt in 20th. And it runs it out for your drivers here tonight. We appreciate y'all watching as always and being active in the chat. Make sure you check us out Monday night. We actually have a Christmas special race for the Ashton Motorsports Xfinity Series. Make sure you come out and watch that. Actually, not the Xfinity Series, the Cup Series. As we change it over to the Cup cars, we got Talladega, so make sure you come out, watch that. Some more plate racing. It seems like we have a lot of that here on LCTV, but definitely can't get too much of it sometimes, and we're definitely excited to be broadcasting that race. So I believe that is at 9 o'clock Eastern Time Monday, this Monday, so that is the 17th. Make sure you come watch that. And of course, Tuesday nights we have the VASR Stock Car Championship as always. That will be from Iowa Speedway on Tuesday nights at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time on the 18th. So make sure you come out. And then, of course, next week here, the iRacing Series, I believe, heads to Talladega in the Xfinity cars. So that'll be fun to watch that as well. Appreciate watching here tonight. And this is LCTV. Have a good night.